Hello, Leos. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Leo, I've already pulled out a card from the Oracle of Radiant Sun to see your energy, and there's an underlying card too. Right now, I want to say that your energy is showing me that you have worked very hard towards something. Now, you've worked very hard towards something, and you are either, okay, there's two ways this is going to go. I hope it's the latter for most of you, but, maybe it's not. You've worked very hard towards something here, and you've done it. So there's going to, as I said, there's going to be two ways that this is showing up. I don't know which way, but I'm going to, so this is how both are created with what I'm saying. And then we'll get into the two ways in a second here. So you have created something here in your life that has a lot of stability. It has a lot of comfort. There is also, maybe it's something that you put your dreams into, and you really built on that. Like literally, it could be a career. Like, okay, I want to say it's possibly, yeah, I want to say it's probably a career, or it's a home space. It's probably one of the two, like something like that. Like it's very prominent in your life, and it's going to be something that occupies most of your life. And for me, most of the time, that is like people's work and their home. And like the longest stages of life that people, or cycles that people find themselves in, is sort of working. You may have worked towards something here. You may have developed a really powerful reputation in something that you do in terms of your career or your work, or it's like your home life, and you've worked really hard on your home. You've worked really hard what's inside that home, like your family, or just the space, even if you're on your own, the space where you feel safe in that home. That's like the underlying. And then it gets us to here. This is literally the card that came out for you right now. Now, so that's Saturn in Aries. And it's kind of which is really actually interesting, because Saturn is going into Aries in the new year again. So maybe you've already been working a bit with this energy, because it was in Aries. I don't remember how long, or for how long ago. It kind of recently retrograded back into Pisces. But so maybe you're already kind of working with that energy, which is sort of a good thing, because it is going to go back into Aries and stay there for a while. But this is like, right, if you think about Aries, Aries is a bit of an impulsive. I need to do it now. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to take action. Let's go, let's go, let's go, right? Well, as a fire sign, well, yeah, you know what? I want to say I think Leo can be a little bit more patient than the energy of Aries, like looking at it as an archetypal zodiac. So that could be too why, like, you're showing up like this, because there's constraint here with Saturn. And with the constraint, it does talk about this one foot in front of the other each day, and taking the time to do something and do it right. You know what? Maybe I'm going to start this project, and you start kind of working on that project, and it's like, I don't have the right tool to finish this right. I could make shift with this, or I don't have the right material, or I don't have the right information. But it's kind of like, instead of being like sort of Jupiterian with it and just saying, oh, let me see what'll work, and we can get this done today, and we can move on, and it'll be great. It's your energy is more like, I'm just going to hold off, and I'm going to wait until I know more information. Or I'm going to hold off, and I'm going to wait till I go to the hardware store. I have time to go to the hardware store. I'm going to get the right material or the right tool. It could put off accomplishing something, right? This is that Saturn in Aries energy, which is not the conundrum that we're coming to in a minute. This is, your underline is Moon in Taurus, which is an exalted energy, which is kind of like talking about what I was when I led into this, what I was talking about when I led into the reading for you. And this energy kind of supports that. And it also says, yeah, you've been doing that. You've been building this up really, really good. You've not been taking any silly chances. If you've done something, you've done it because you want it to last for the long haul. You're not like, oh, this will look good for 3 years, and then, I don't know, maybe it'll fall apart. Maybe it won't. I'll keep my fingers crossed. No, it's more like, no, I'm going to go and get the right tool, or I'm going to go and get the right material. That's this energy that you have right now. Okay. But it takes us to this conundrum, because there's an intensity with these. There's this desire to want to do something. There's this strong desire to want to do something with this Aries energy. But right, as I said, there's this Saturn energy is holding it back and saying, no, no, no. You know what? Do this right. Do this right. The reward will be better down the road. But it's like, I got to plant the seed now. I just got to plant the seed now. It's literally like a... So I don't know if people who have literally Saturn and Aries, you could, like that could be a placement too that maybe you have. You could even have a moon in Taurus and still be a Leo sun, right? But there's this, okay, so this is where we get to, there's two ways this is showing up for me. And I'm hoping for most of you, it's the latter that I'm going to say. But so the first example of what this energy could be for some of you is that you have taken an unnecessary risk because you couldn't hold back. And it kind of, part of what it talks about in this card is that you have been like methodically doing something over and over again. You have been consistent. You have been showing up. It's like, you know, let's say you walk into work. Let's say it's a career that you've had for 20, 25, 30 years or something like that. And you now have, maybe you have a supervisor or a manager that you can't fucking stand this person. You cannot stand this person. And I knew someone actually who did what I'm about to describe. And I just thought, you are such a fucking do that. So anyways, you every morning, like maybe you have a manager or supervisor, this person just it goes on and on and on. And you really don't care what they're talking about. Like, you want to get your own stuff done. But then again, this is your supervisor manager. Maybe you could come up with a polite way. And maybe you do. Like, that's kind of it. You're like, you wait until there's a second there that you can jump in and you can say something. And you say, oh, you know what, Frank? I totally get what you're saying. Can we continue this at lunchtime or at a coffee break? I've got this and that. Remember you wanted me to do this? So-and-so is waiting for it. I really got to get on that right now. Can we do that? Can we take this? Can we carry this on at lunch? And, you know, 9 times out of 10, they're not even going to remember at lunch because their mind is already onto the next conversation they want to have with someone. So, right, like you could do that. But it's almost like you need to be thoughtful and you need to be patient and you need to, like, maybe if this person really pisses you off, just like, doing a bit, just give that a second. I'm an Aries. If you know that, I'll be like, fuck, man, I can't listen to this shit no more. I don't think I've ever actually really gotten that. I don't know. I should check. Maybe my Saturn is in Aries. I have no idea. But this is like that one morning, like, right? And maybe you're holding off. It's like, you know what? I just got to make it like 12 more months and then I retire and I won't have to deal with this person or any other fucking asshole again. It's like, it could be like that, right? Like, because there is something here. Both these cards are talking about it to me, that there's something here that you have put a lot of work into, and it would be a shame to just throw it away because you just were impulsive and did something reckless and risky. Okay. So some of you might have, and you could be coming to this reading because of that. There could be like, there was something that you did that was reckless and it was risky. And now you're in a position where everything that you built up, you just threw it away. You just threw it away because it was one like silly, impulsive, risky thing. You took a risk. Okay, this is about, okay, when we think about risk assessment, right? Is the risk, and then we look at the risk. What is the risk? What could possibly go wrong by doing this? All right. And how severe is that? Okay. So if we look at that and then we think to ourselves, okay, this, and what is this risk towards? Like, what is the foundation here? Like, how big of a thing here are we talking about that could crumble if I take this risk? Like, right, like the assessment. If it's kind of like, you know what, this is a neighbor that I can't stand, or this is somebody that I see on the sidewalk all the time, and I don't like, they never pick up their dog shit, or they never do this, or they never do that. The risk is, yeah, maybe this person is going to like give you a look every time you walk past them, if you say something or you point it out, or every time you've tried to be polite and you just break that one day, you're like, oh, fuck, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you and your dog. Okay, you know what? Maybe there's a couple of neighbors who be like, whoa, Leo's a little bit, you know, but, you know, you probably won't lose your house. You probably won't lose your pension. You probably won't lose, like, all that stuff, right? So, yeah, okay, it's all right. Maybe you can sometimes. You can go off and you can just say, you know, I don't know. And we look at this, right? This to me is like, look at the risk. Okay, this is a real risk. This is a real risk. That's a real bear in the woods. This is the gummy bear with a little, I don't know what it is. It looks like to me a Dorito. It's a gummy bear with a Dorito attached to it. A tree with a key. I mean, it's almost like, I don't understand what's going on here. This one, yes, that's a risk. So, right, like that's the assessment here. And I don't know if you're even assessing, if you're assessing the risk. Maybe, right, so when you assess risk too, what is the possible outcome? If the worst thing doesn't happen, if you take this risk, what is the outcome there? Is the outcome like just absolutely incredible? And if is it like okay, like to you know, to put something of great importance, but it's not even great importance. Something you put a lot of effort into. It's something you put a lot of effort into. Right? It's like somebody like, okay, I'm going to build my own house. I'm going to build my own little house here. I get all the plans, you get it all ready, you get all the right materials, you're going to build it there. And then you start digging, and you've spent the time to think about, like, and you've spent the time to save up for the materials and the right materials. And you've taken some courses. You've gone to Home Depot. They still do that. The Home Depot little workshops or whatever. I think you probably need more than that to build a little house. But right, you're all ready to go. You start digging. You are halfway through, like kind of digging out to make a foundation, and you hit a water source. Like, fuck, no, this is where I want it. This is where I want it. You've invested in the property. You've bought the property. You've bought the materials. You've invested the time here to I don't know. I keep stressing this. So I don't know. I feel like the latter is that you have not made that risk. You have not taken that risk. And I feel like you're sitting in life thinking about a risk to take. Think about this, because now I'm seeing someone who has, like, okay, the risk here is I could have water problems in the basement, but I'm not going to finish the basement. It's just going to be like a crawl space or whatever. You're still going to have mold issues. Like, that moisture is going to rise up to whatever you have. So maybe you need to put something there as a barrier. But why do all that when maybe you could move to the side? But she's like, well, I've already started digging this. I don't want it up. So you know what? I'm just going to pour cement on that. And that'll look right. But that's the risk. So maybe you'll get away with it. Maybe somehow that cement will hold that water back for, the next 50 or 60 years. Maybe you won't. So so I feel like I'm hoping it's the latter for you guys. As I said, that the latter example in terms of you're assessing a risk right now. You're assessing a risk. You might want to take a risk. There's two parts of you here that are being pulled in opposite directions. One is, I need to do this. I want to do this now. And then the other part is, fuck, don't do this. Don't do this. So we're going to go to the tarot. Try to figure out where you are in this. So what's the risk here? What are you risking? What are you thinking about risking, or what have you risked? What have you risked? What's at risk here? Oh, judgment. Okay, I don't know how severe this judgment is. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's the neighbor on the sidewalk. You're like, well, you know what? I don't know. The risk is judgment. How severe is this judgment? Now, is that in a court of law? Okay, like, is that in a court of law here? Then I would say that is a very extreme risk, because that could affect you for the rest of your life, right? Like, regardless of, like if it is something ruled against you. And I'm saying, like, if it's a judgment, is this risking doing something slightly illegal or slightly immoral? The laws are more concerned about legalities than morality most of the time. So, right? Like, if it's a legal thing, but if you end up with a criminal record of some sort, that's going to follow you probably forever. And that could impede, how life works out for you. If you can cross borders or not, if you can get certain jobs or not. But I don't know, is it like a public judgment of some kind here, or is it judgment through God's eyes? See, I don't know. I don't know how severe this is. What is this? What is this judgment? Who's this judgment coming from? Who will this judgment come from? Oh, fuck. I don't think you should do. I don't know, whatever you're, the tower. Oh my God. What is it? Don't do this. I don't even know if there's been some sort of reckless behavior here. And in that reckless behavior, like somebody here could have already done something reckless and you're facing judgment. Yeah, shit, the tower. If you are thinking about this, don't do it. It's not worth it. I don't know what it is. The risk does not outweigh the possible gain. The tower. The Knight of Wands, there we go. Impulsive. The Page of Cups. And the High Priestess. Okay, I don't know what this is, but apologies won't work. And when I say that, like, I mean, like, this isn't something that you can just, you know, gently pave over. If this breaks down, this is broken down. Hi, honey. Oh, God, that's a big belly. A big belly. And this boy's preparing for the winter. He's getting super fluffsters. You know, you can't. I'm using the table, okay? No, yeah, you big good boy. You say hi to the Leo tribe. Say hi. Hi. What? No. This guy. He's a muffin. Did you have some breakfast? You did. Do you want to tell? I don't know how he is doing it. This boy has like 80 feet of wire tunnel that gets him down to his enclosed area, right? Down at the bottom of the property. So he can go outside through it. Freaking thing is bringing like I don't know how he's catching this shit. I woke this morning. No. I'm getting ready to. I told you you can't lay on the table. No, you gotta stop bringing shit in and torturing little creatures. Fuck. He tortured a little deer mouse to death. Fuck. And then what was it, like 3 weeks ago? It was a chipmunk. The chipmunk got out of the house. I finally got the sorry, Larry. I didn't mean to. That was a reflex. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Yeah, we ended up locking him in a room and opening the door so the chipmunk could get out. And then the other day, this is only like, so this morning there was, he brought in a freaking deer mouse. But wasn't it less than a week ago? I was out of the house for like a couple hours. I came home, I opened the door, there's fucking feathers everywhere. It's like, oh my God, what has Larry found and done? And it was a bird. I spent hours trying to find the bird in the house. I could not find the bird. I didn't find the bird till 6 hours later. And it was a sparrow of some sort. And the poor thing was just like laying on the ground, like half dead. I tried to bring it to life and I couldn't. Like, the devil gets in him at times. I'm telling you, I don't know how he's doing this. He's not like roaming all over the yard free, man. He is really adapting to fuck. Anyways, I don't know. He brings things in the house. So far, I'm able to get them out again. Poor little things. Say a prayer for the little souls of these animals. He's just having a good time. Playing with them until they're dead. Okay, that's Cat. I don't know what I'm complaining about, but anyways. Okay. This tower. Oh, yeah, you're risking. I wouldn't do this. I don't know. Wouldn't do this. Well, okay. The Judgment is a tower. This feels like it comes from not just people, but it feels like it comes from the heavens. What should you do? I'm just going to ask, like, what should Leo do? I don't know why you want to take this risk. I'm still not sure what, I don't know what, so I said, what's at risk? What's at risk is judgment here. What is it that you want to do? What do you want to do? Or what have you done? That. What do you want to do or what have you done, Leo? The sun. The sun. Oh, it's almost like you want to be truthful. You want to be honest. You want to be open. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to be understood. That's what you want to do. But you risk judgment? What did you do? No, I asked that. No, I said, what do you want to do? But you risk judgment. What do you want to be honest about? What is this? You want to be you, right? Like the sun, too. It's like you want to be you. Now, that's difficult. But you risk judgment by being you? Well, that is a conundrum. You want to be you. The sun. The Queen of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Ten of Wands. Well, this has something to do with who you really truly are authentically. It's almost like something that's hidden about yourself that you carry this. It's hard to be hidden about this. Is it some type of independence? Is it something to do with your status? How you're seen? How you're seen. How you're seen and what your status is perceived to be. This is so interesting. This is a really, like, I was waiting for some sort of, like, catastrophic thing here, but it's more like, some type of expression of the internal and risking harsh judgment. I was going to ask, I didn't, what should Leo do? It's just like, what should Leo do? Just don't do anything. The Hanged Man. Don't do anything. Just like, yeah, hang out. Spiritual enlightenment? A spiritual timeout. Look at things from a different perspective. Watch the world from a different angle here. Oh, Larry, what the heck? What did you bring in? A different angle, a different perspective. Just hang tight. That's what you should do. What's this exaltation in the past? Is this Moon in Taurus in the past? The Four of Pentacles. It is. It's like saving. Saving, being really... Yeah, I don't know if there's something you want to do here that would be like an expression of you. Like maybe you want to go and get this sports car that you're seeing. But it's almost like you've been saving your money to pay off your mortgage. Like there's... Because this talks a lot too about like the home life and the comfort that we make for ourselves in that. So like it feels like there's a lot at risk here. Yeah. Like there's something here that feels like a desire to be impulsive. The Four of Wands. And the Nine of Wands. And the Chariot. It looks like somebody who is the past. Somehow you got yourself out of a difficult time. You got yourself out of a difficult time. It just feels like you shouldn't risk anything right now. And honestly, right? Like the advice is just like hang tight here. Spiritual sacrifice. Interesting. Spiritual sacrifice, because you have Judgment in the Tower. I don't know. You could even be facing some sort of judgment. Here's the other thing. I don't know. Maybe somebody or some people here don't see you for who you really are. And in that, you are facing like some type of judgment here. So there's a risk to show who you really are. Something's not right in the planetary alignment for you to take a risk. You should just hang tight right now. That's so curious. I'm going to go do your extended, Leo. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what is a risk that you can take? Like, what risk can you take right now in your life that will be a benefit to you? There's 2 options in the description below if you would like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, Leos. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.